Well, hello and welcome to the Mystery Funhouse. Hope you're having a decent Friday. It's almost the weekend. It pretty much is the weekend, at least for me. And we've got a long day of matches ahead. Because it is deadline again. I think it's a weekly thing now, probably, every Friday. But especially in these early rounds, we're always gonna have a lot of matches late in the rounds that are coming up on a deadline. So it's a whole bunch of matches today. And we are starting with this one, Quartz versus Omeganumber. And then there's another one right after it, and then there's a bit of a break, a few hours, and then there's a big batch of matches again. Here are our racers, Quartz. I think we've seen them around before. Yeah, it says joined in MT17. It says the specialty is breaking everything digital. I hope that's not the case, but we usually deal with that. And Omeganumber also joined in MT17. Interesting. I feel like Omeganumber has been around for longer, but maybe that's because he's one of those people who's barely active in the community. But yeah, apparently both of our racers joining in MT17, both in the 3rd edition, so seems fairly similar. Quartz with a 3-4 win rate, 3 wins, 4 losses. Omeganumber 2-4, so very close actually. Although, maybe based on the genre, one player will have an advantage here. We have seen these players in, let's see, Quartz has played Late City Riders, that's a great game. And won Late City Riders, and then has played Mini Doom, which is like a action platformer version of Doom basically. 2D platformer version of Doom. Omeganumber has played Edge Not Found, that's the Sokoban that repeats, that cascades. And also Go-Go Beckham Adventure on Soccer Island. I haven't seen that match, but I'm vaguely familiar with the game. It's like a GBA platformer with a ball. A slight ball game. Looks like we should be ready. Let's jump right over. I guess I should ask for audio. I'm just gonna take a lucky guess here, let's see. Audio. Right. Here's our game. It's Disruptor on the PS1. I hope there is audio, but we'll see. We've seen this before. This is a resub, I'm pretty sure. And it's like a fairly classic first-person shooter, so almost Doom-like. Right, yeah, our racers are ready. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Guess I'll figure out audio as it starts.
Walk softly and carry a big stick, especially when you sidestep the corners, and you'll do just fine.
Alright, I can hear something. So I've definitely seen this match before the last time, but I don't remember much, so I think most for what I can say is that, yeah, I think it's kind of like Doom, so the stages are somewhat open, they're not super linear, you kind of have to explore and find your way around. You have to find keys, I believe, probably, most likely. Maybe we should look at the paste bin here quickly. The racer said the paste bin is an essay and a half. Okay, it's pretty long, but not that dense. Let's see. So we're beating stage 5. Yeah, mission 5. Anything interesting? So we've got Psi abilities. That's a specialty of this game. In addition to weapons, we've got 3 psionic abilities. We've got Shock, a close range attack. We've got Drain, which does damage, and you can recover psi points when you collect stuff that they drop from Drain. And you've got a heal. And, oh, okay, the paste bin also has some special instructions for each mission. I guess there are some special aspects here. Some things to watch out for. I think Quartz mentioned that this is not his strong genre. So far I couldn't really tell. I'm not really sure who's ahead. Kinda lost track for a moment. Kinda, a lot of the areas kinda look similar here. I guess Omeganumber's room here is somewhat distinctive. Oh, okay, there we go. Might be the end of mission 1 already, I guess. So the paste bin says that the teleporters are the stage exits. So I think Omeganumber finishing mission 1. Oh, does this game have FMVs? That would be pretty cool. I like some. I like a good old school FMV. Omeganumber dropping into a poison pool right away. It's a very foggy area here. Mustard fog. Let's see if Quartz is nearing the end of the stage. Doesn't look familiar yet. The Omeganumber has 40 psi points. Quartz does not have any. I suppose maybe the first mission doesn't have any psi points for you. And there's the exit of stage 1 for Quartz. Omeganumber running through the yellow sludge, probably not healthy. Does make it up the walkway now. This game has a pretty fun visual style, a good aesthetic. Oh, Omeganumber suddenly dying. I'm guessing there was an enemy we didn't see that fought him from the side or behind.
Organic enemies this time. So hunt down the phase rifle and cook them till they're well done.
Sounds like there are mission instructions on the loading screen. So Quartz now also here in this yellow soup. I'm not sure how far Omeganumber fell back now from this death. I think I remember them starting in... no, this is what the start... yeah, Quartz's area also looks like this. So the death might have brought Omeganumber back to the start of the mission, which would mean we're fairly tied, fairly even now. So, this game uses the D-pad for controls apparently, and there's no separate camera control. This is an old school FPS, you can't aim separately, I think. Actually, what does the paste bin say about... Move, turn, strafe... Yeah, it's pretty Doom-like, I think. No separate aiming, I suppose. And digital tank controls. Yeah, I said I like the aesthetic of this game. It has this kind of old sci-fi look. Like, oh, it's these machines that kill Omeganumber there.
You'll be facing organic enemies this time. So hunt down the phase rifle and cook them till they're well done.
With the fog, it's kind of hard to tell where they are, really. Like, you can't see very far. And I wonder if the players have any indication of which direction to go. Okay, I guess going up the walkways is probably a pretty obvious conclusion. So the pastebin has some specific instructions for missions. Let's see, mission 2, the ending is in the building at the end of the level. Okay, well that's very helpful. The level seems open, but just go straight forward and the ending is at the end of the path. Okay, so I guess this is just like a very wide path, but you always just... It's just like a big lot and it goes uphill or something. Quartz also getting sawed. Lots of these saw machines, saw drones. I think they might be in the same spot now, looks very similar and both die. Those saws are pretty savage.
You'll be facing organic enemies this time. So hunt down the phase rifle and cook them till they're well done.
Hunt down the phase rifle and cook them until they're well done. Not sure you can cook a robot. Guess it would work with the other enemies, with the big insects and the werewolves? I don't know, that's what I'm reading those as. Quartz looks like he's moving pretty fast. I wonder if he's more comfortable with the movement in this game. There's the walkway over the yellow pool. I think Omeganumber's also here. At least struggling to make it up. Yeah, the controls might not be too easy, or Omeganumber is getting pushed by the enemies. Quartz finishing the stage, I think. I slightly missed that, but I think it was not a death. It looked like some kind of completion screen. No, actually we're here again. Okay, maybe Quartz did die after all. Picked up the phase rifle, that's what the voice on the loading screen tells us. Pick up the phase rifle and cook them. Omeganumber back in the death building here, the kill zone. This is where our racers keep dying. There are two of these saws, definitely pull back. We've seen them die quickly to these. Okay, looks like Omeganumber is safe for now up here. But this building doesn't seem to lead anywhere. The paste bin did promise us that the path is pretty straightforward, so can't be too far away. Omeganumber checking for a secret door there, I think. It does look kinda like... Oh, that was quick. Sawed to death once again.
You'll be facing organic enemies this time. So hunt down the phase rifle and cook them till they're well done.
Seems like this game has a decent difficulty, and this is only mission 2 of 5 that we're playing. Omeganumber back at the ramp. Again having issues with that apparently. Maybe the movement's just very fast and very straight, so you easily overshoot and fall back down again. I suppose you can't just walk up the hill. What's dying to... yeah. Dying to a saw machine again. Omeganumber carefully taking out all the enemies here. Now the ramp should be free. Falls off again. Yeah, I'm guessing it's acceleration. Yep, the percentage in the top center of the screen is health, and the bottom left counter is ammo, and the bottom right is psi points. We have a few psionic abilities. We actually have a healing ability. I'm not sure if the psi abilities have like a special look that we can easily recognize them by. I wonder if they're not using their healing. I guess we can tell if the psi points go down. Looks like Omeganumber is back up on the hill. Quartz at the ramp. Ramp seems to be a big choke point. Lots of enemies. And Omeganumber searching for the exit again. It can't be too... oh, there's the building full of saw blade drones again. Exit can't be too far away, I think. It looks like this is the end of the area. 18% for Omeganumber. 18% health. Maybe just jump over the small wall there on the left. Don't think we've seen them do that. Just straight ahead here. Oh, Quartz using the shock ability. And again, seems pretty strong. Also, Quartz dropping down here. They're pretty much in the same spot, I think. Yeah, both of them walking into the blue teleporter. And mission completed, almost tied. Mission 2 took both of them quite a while, but both finishing at almost the same time.
Or you've missed the point of the mission.
No special instructions for mission 3 in the base bin. 4 and 5 have some more notes. Oh, Quartz looking at the map. Not sure we've really seen that before. It is fairly standard for a Doom-like FPS, I guess. Both running around the crane here. Looks like Quartz found a way out. Okay, we're in the sky dock. Destroy as many terrorist drones as possible. And that's pretty much all it tells you. Looks like there should be a path through all of these stacks of crates. Both of them repeatedly referring to the map. Seems like this is pretty mazy for both. Oh, Quartz dropping into a pretty deep hole, looking good. I wonder if that's the way forward or just a secret. Inconclusive so far. I'm not sure if this is leading forward. Is back up here. Okay, if the yellow squares, yeah, those are the yellow squares, the elevators, so I think this might be progress, yeah. Looks like you need to go down there to go around the wall, if I had to guess. I think Omeganumber might be near the same place. There's a big yellow square there. Yeah, there. Omeganumber also dropping down. So it looks like Omeganumber is close behind. Judging by the map, they're almost in the same place. Ooh, Quartz down to 4% health. Does pick up some health at least. These robots seem pretty strong, and I don't see Quartz strafing very much. Okay, now we're seeing some strafing here. But it looks like it makes it very hard to aim. I think Omeganumber got a new gun. Looks pretty powerful.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I didn't think we had a stream, and then I look and oh wait, actually this has been going for a little bit.
Yeah, well, the race has started almost 20 minutes ago. But yeah, are you familiar with Disruptor at all? I think we've had it at least once.
Yeah, I tested this the first time it was submitted, and then I think I commentated the race afterwards as well, so it's somewhat familiar.
It looks like the path forward is fairly linear here. Like I was worried the game might be too mazy if it's actually like Doom, but looks like mostly it's linear.
Yeah, the map function negates a lot of what might be a problem.
Yeah, both of our races have started making heavy use of the map, especially in this mission. Otherwise, maybe it's kind of hard to tell where to go with these stacks of crates. Although Omeganumber seems to be past that part now.
The thing I most remember was just having a lot of difficulty playing a first-person shooter with a controller on the PlayStation 1.
Continue point reached.
Had some platforming.
I'm trying to think. I guess Doom isn't really like free aiming and analog and stuff, so I think this is just kind of like Doom, right?
Yeah, it's very similar. But the frame rate is worse. The movement bob is more aggressive somehow, even though it's pretty aggressive in Doom. The movement speed is lower. And also you can't play it with a keyboard, which is like drastically changes everything.
Well, we could map a keyboard in BizHawk. We're not keeping the players from using a keyboard and stealth controller usually.
While the mouse is the game changer.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Some PlayStation games do support the PlayStation mouse. I'm not sure any shooters do.
Omeganumber is going melee on these explosive bombs. If Omeganumber misses and strikes one of those things, probably would have died immediately, but holds on.
I wonder how planned that was, but looked like Omeganumber was very certain about his approach there.
Or maybe just had absolutely no ammo and had no choice but to go melee.
Yeah, maybe. I've seen him use the melee weapon before. Yeah, maybe he ran out. Going to bomb.
Unlike Doom, you don't get all of your ammo displayed at the bottom. Omeganumber overwhelmed by enemies. I forget what the saving is like in this game. Is it just back to checkpoint? Back to start of level?
I'm not sure there are checkpoints, I would hope so, otherwise that's kind of a big setback. Let's see if the...
Oh, okay. They're in the same room now.
You can only use checkpoints in level 3 times, is what the pace spin says. If you die after that, you get sent back to the beginning of the level.
Interesting.
Limited.
It's kind of like a life continue system.
I'm not sure if I've seen any checkpoints, maybe they're not visible in the stage.
That's true. You can sort of make some strategic decisions if you know it's a checkpoint, but if you don't, then you kind of just gotta play and do your best all the time.
You get one, yeah.
Well, Quartz was not able to shoot that bomb down in time. Once you shoot it once, it comes after you and trying to blow you up. So you can either leave it and, you know, maneuver around it, or shoot it and kill it before it gets to you.
Yeah, Omeganumber's melee strat, but the club is probably not good against the explosive devices.
A number of times I've seen the players go to hit the designated strafe button to sidestep some projectile coming their way, and it comes out too slowly to actually dodge the thing. It's just a tricky game to control.
Omeganumber again with the big club. What is... Okay, so these explosive enemies don't care about you if you don't hit them.
Oh, Quartz using the psi powers to attack that robot. That's a thing that you have, and I think you can, like... See, they left some particles afterwards. Uh-oh, is that bot gonna be on the other side of that door when Quartz steps close to it to open it? Doesn't wanna move.
Yeah, it's very careful here.
Those particles on the ground become a pickup for you, and I think they give you, like, maybe more psi powers. So
yeah,
like...
the pace spin does describe the psi powers, and one of them is Drain, which is a melee attack that, yeah, drops these orbs that give you more psi power. And there's also a heal. I'm not sure I've seen them use the heal, but it sounds like it would be very useful.
Yeah. I neglected them for the early parts of the race, much like perhaps the players have, in favor of just sort of, you know, focusing on getting used to the controls and navigation and stuff. Also, the early levels, you can just sprint past a lot of monsters. That quickly becomes, like, not a good idea, though. Omeganumber at 5% health. But this is close to the end of the level, if I remember right. Quartz very close behind. 5 ammo in this laser gun thing.
I wouldn't have seen the map, I would have thought they're back at the start. It's the same cargo area.
Yeah. So, Quartz stepped on a lift and is
Are they on
somewhere
their way
new.
back, actually? So on the way in they used a very similar path with these yellow circled elevators.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that there were all those enemies waiting at the bottom, I don't think Quartz ran past all of them. Here's Omeganumber on the same place.
Yeah, he's going down and now he's outside, so it's a different place for sure.
Okay, pistoling down these 3 enemies, 44% health. What is this area? Inside this little thing? Yeah? It's the end of the level.
Teleporter. Omeganumber finishing mission 3. Quartz still in the middle part, I think. We've seen this part before.
Yeah, Quartz was right there at the end and died to the last set of enemies and is now back to about the halfway point of the level or so. Very costly.
Exit teleporter. By the time you get home, the station will have disintegrated in Jupiter's core.
Like you have to stay on the platforms here. Quartz struggling with the platforming, falling off again. But made it now.
Needs to turn around, has looked every way other than at the enemy. Okay. I remember this level Omeganumber is on as like a step up in difficulty and length.
been wondering about the enemy designs here. These new guys look just kind of fun, but I noticed I think the game hasn't repeated any enemy designs at all. Like every stage has its own enemies.
Keep an eye out on this one. I did see Quartz aggravate one of these bomb chaser robots and then not have enough ammo to kill it or whatever, and so had to turn around and run away through the door that they couldn't see behind them.
Looks like he was successful. He's now going to scrounge up some items.
The level Omeganumber is on has a lot of enemies just around a corner. You get to a new place, you know, there's a room and there's sort of corners on the left and right. You need to check those corners because there's very likely an enemy there, and your turn radius is so slow that they're probably going to shoot you before you get turn and fire at them.
What's made a mad dash through a whole bunch of enemies there, made it through. Also through a door, so it's almost at the end again. With decent health, so looking good this time.
Got really close to that bomb robot. Comes out okay. Oh, and finds more health. This is probably enough health. So Quartz lured the enemies to the elevator, and then they trapped him in, so now he has to fight them all, right? Oh, shoot, kills one, and runs through, sort of punching through the crowd straight to the exit. Omeganumber a little bit lost. Admiring this reactor thingy.
He's finally used his heal psi power. Maybe he had to look into the paste bin for a second.
I guess that's what that was. Yeah, you can get a lot of free health out of that, right? There's the healing, and then you mix in using your psi drain to get more psi for more healing. And it's basically free. Basically, any enemy that you kill, you could have drained first.
Yeah, if the drain is strong enough, does the drain kill them fast enough to... So
I don't think it even hurts them. I think it's like, it sort of like infests them, and then when they die, you get free psi.
Okay.
But maybe it does, I don't know. It doesn't do much damage if it does damage. There's a switch around the corner. Guys pop out behind. This is a very common thing.
They were just waiting in here. Basically a monster closet, I guess.
Yeah, these guys are, they're healthy, right? Like you fire a whole shotgun shot mostly right at them and they don't go down. So it's very easy for them to have the time to shoot back at you. So you end up trading health with most enemies on this stage.
Yeah, the shotgun seemed pretty strong in the previous stage. If it does take multiple shots now, then these enemies are definitely a step up. And there's a whole bunch here for Quartz. Coming from several directions even.
I bet if you were point blank, this shotgun would one-shot them. Oh, I think Omeganumber hit with everything but one pellet there and did not get a kill, so maybe not.
What's using the drain there might be more clued into the psi mechanics now.
Yeah, is opting to use the heal as well.
Omeganumber found something here, but... Oh, there we go.
There it is.
It looked like a teleporter, but it wasn't active.
Yeah, the mission objectives, I think, says that you want to be destroying some kind of console as you move through the level. That's what that was.
But yeah, the paste bin has a big screenshot for this one with the console. If you see a control panel like this, you have to blast it.
Perfect, yeah, because it's a little bit... I remember it being a possible sticking point in a race.
Yeah, this pastebin is more detailed than usually. It has at least some guidance on where to go.
Yeah, we've had first-person shooters before where people get really, really lost. They're just wandering around, and it's the first person to realize what little thing somewhere is the thing that they need to interact with, and it's just not what we want the match to come down to. So a lot of extra effort is taken sometimes to make sure that what decides this race is, people who make good decisions with moving and shooting.
Like Omeganumber is a new area, still mission 4, I believe.
Yep, has done a little U-turn to get up on this ledge. This is just to collect the pickup for the guy. I think the other ledge you can only reach by jumping to it, unless this goes to the right. Yeah, so it would be like a secret to get up to the other ledge.
Oh, Chet mentioned this earlier. Yeah, this one enemy looks like ED-209 from Robocop. It's a smaller version of it.
It hunches down when it shoots. It's very cute.
Omeganumber getting kind of low in health.
Stepping on the teleporter, ignoring these two enemies, and has swapped to a stronger gun. So I think that makes sense, right? Like, you use your ammo, your firepower, use that resource to preserve health from enemies until you find more health, right? Balance out your different resources.
Yeah, that's definitely a decision that the players have to make.
I'm not sure why that lift didn't activate right away for Omeganumber. What? Spike ball.
Dirigible is saying we're only halfway through the stage. This is really a very long stage then.
Quartz shoots the first console.
Like Omeganumber is down to... Okay, no, did get some more weapon ammo. Was down to the weakest weapon, I think.
Yeah, the game is not generous with ammo. You really gotta scrounge around and pick stuff up.
Yeah, Omeganumber out of the shotgun ammo again. He's opting for the weaker weapon. Wants to preserve the plasma rifle? I think phase rifle.
It wasn't quite cutting it point blank against these guys. I like using the corner though. Omeganumber is trying to not fight these spike balls.
They don't seem super aggressive, like they do come up to you and they spike you, but it doesn't do a ton of damage.
And it's also very slow. It was kind of hilarious how ineffectual they were.
Yeah, he got away mostly unscathed, still 76% health.
That is rude, dropping you into a hallway with 4 guys. Only took like 20% damage. Quartz is looping around this bottom section that he's fallen down into for a second time, trying to avoid the enemies down there. Is shot off, is down here a third time looping around, and is now finally maybe going to fight these guys, because it's like, I don't know how many more times I'm going to end up down here.
He's kind of low in health though, but yeah, so much Fab's also saying that the controls aren't that great. We've seen our players struggle with controls sometimes. There was this one ramp in Mission 2 that they always took a long time to successfully climb up. Omeganumber clearing out the room here with the shotgun, but is down to not a lot of shots left. So by now it looks like Quartz is a few minutes maybe behind. We've seen Omeganumber in this reactor area at least a few minutes ago.
Yeah. There's still a second monitor Quartz needs to blow up, and Omeganumber's like a minute past that point even. Oh, using one enemy as cover, so the guy behind doesn't shoot you. Making no effort to dodge the shots from this robot. Okay, there we go, backing up down the hallway. At 38% health, we gotta start respecting these guys.
And I would expect the stage end. Like, we've been in this stage for quite a while. There's an extra path down there.
Yeah, was that a secret? Was that where we came from at some point? Omeganumber's abandoning it. Going the wrong way and fighting an extra enemy is not good. Dies at the top though, just one guy at the top of an elevator.
Oh, the game does tell you when you reach a checkpoint. I just saw it on Quartz's screen saying continue point reached.
The station will have disintegrated in Jupiter's core.
That was the end? I don't remember the end, so I'll take your word for it.
Looks like they might be in the same area now, pretty much.
You might be right.
Falling back far enough.
Well, there's a hole in the floor, I think, in the exact point where there should be a hole in the room for Quartz, so I think they're just in very similar looking rooms.
Well, Quartz had a hole in the ceiling if you look, and there's another hole in the bottom, so yeah, not sure, but it's very similar.
Oh, so it was one room ahead then?
Possibly.
So that means the checkpoint must be right there for Quartz. Yeah. A very fortuitous death.
They're both pretty close again.
It's really funny seeing Quartz fire at this guy, miss the shots just right of him, and then just turn away like, ah, well, close enough. I'm just gonna go pick this stuff up. Fall down this hole.
I'm guessing the enemies wouldn't follow you down the hole.
No. Very skippable enemies. They're just very big and the space is very small. And you don't move very fast, and your movement is inaccurate, so you're likely to bump shoulders and get stuck, and they're just going to shoot you the whole time.
Omeganumber making it out of the hole area first. Should be getting close to the end again.
Quartz with a huge amount of psi on the ground. I'm not even sure he picked it all up.
Yeah, I'm noticing Quartz is using the drain a lot, so definitely trying to keep the psi power available.
Unfortunately, because the players are having trouble aiming really accurately, some of these drain attacks are just missing, and then that is not going to net you psi. You're just going to waste it at that point. It's got up to 58 though, so is hitting often enough that it's worth it, and now it's going to spend it on the heal. In the middle of combat, it's going to go up to 56%.
Omeganumber, I don't know, looking at the wall, does he know where he's going? Okay, interesting.
Yeah. It's very similar to the start of the level. Please tell me Omeganumber didn't run out of lives and go back to the start of the level. I just realized that's a thing that can happen. That might have been what happened. The Paceman said you can use the checkpoint 3 times, but like, maybe it remembers in the last level you used that checkpoint twice, you know? I do remember...
There's an outside part here which I think the start of the stage doesn't have. And yeah, Internet Reader were also saying this is the end, so... Omeganumber did not reset to the start of the stage, luckily.
I did remember that the end is a lot like the start. I mean, they're copy-pasting rooms all over the place on this level.
So here's the part again that we've seen with the extra path there, yeah. And Quartz right there as well. I think. Maybe it's
Okay.
a different elevator. Oh no, there we are. Same staircase.
There's the guy at the top. Quartz is not even going to look at him. He's going to charge past, shoot this guy. Omeganumber, meanwhile, in a fight for his life. 14 health, wants it. The health in the corner, can't get there. Missed the jump. Is going to fight point blank. Cannot get hit. Gets the kill and the health.
The heal would cost 20 psi points. Omeganumber would not be able to afford that.
Really like what Quartz is doing with the drain. Has got another 20, so has another heal. There's a guy behind Quartz and many guys in front. The guy behind is going to be shooting during this entire encounter. 18, there's health in the corner, gets it. There's the guy behind, turns and fires finally.
Okay, Quartz healing up. I think there might be another guy out there. Yeah, we've seen that one already. And another console. Probably needs blasting.
The third one. I would not stand next to it when I shot it like that.
And this stage is still going.
Yeah.
When I heard this
like
is the end, I
fourth
kind of
time
expected.
we've been in this room.
Yeah.
Finds the switch because of course it's still in the same place. Oh, the drain homes in a lot more than I realized. But it does despawn, I think.
Omeganumber is also here at the console number 3, so right behind. The platforming might actually get us another lead change here. Okay, they're pretty much in the same spot, trying to fight off the enemies.
Okay, this red blaster thing is incredibly strong. I'm not sure what Quartz is trying to do. Most just struggling with the jump. You don't really have air control after you jump, so you gotta line it all up before you go.
I think the last time Quartz was in the area that looked like this. If it's not the same, I'm not sure. Also had issues overshooting and falling down.
Yeah, needs to just look further along the bridge and jump there. Okay, we've got another reactor with another robot in it, just like before. Omeganumber at 8% health. Has the melee weapon out. I'm sure that's part of the reason why we're down at 8% health now. Uh-oh, there's one more guy. He's got the angle on Omeganumber. No ammo in anything.
All the guns are empty. Oh, that's a bad situation. Not enough psi to heal. I guess you could try a drain, maybe. Oh, that's risky. Yeah, he's trying the drain.
That's not gonna do it. Oh my god, it did. Go get
Actually,
that stuff.
Killed him with a drain, yeah. Got enough for a heal. He's not using it yet. I hope he's using it before he takes another shot. 4%?
4%. Let's try to get cover. Gets it. This guy on the other side, there's no
2%.
cover here. 2%? Dead. Now Quartz is loading. Was it due to a death or a level end? Level end. Omeganumber's back, an entire checkpoint. Quartz on the next level.
Then head for the exit teleporter.
Omeganumber had enough for a heal that might have gotten him through.
True. Also would not be able to fight anything at range anymore, but, you know, the end of the level might have been right around the corner, and at least you'd be alive.
Quartz is very stuck here. Like you said before, these enemies are very chunky, they're always in the way. So I'm not sure, is this mission 5 yet for Quartz? It looks very different.
It might be. Was 3 the boat? Or was that 2? 1 is very
So
short.
2 was the yellow poison swamp kind of area.
Okay, so yeah, this is probably 5 then.
Chat confirming we are on mission 5 for Quartz, so he's quite a bit ahead now.
I remember part of the last level, and it doesn't look like this. And there's like a indoor area we're in now, and eventually we end up at an outdoor area. So it's just another, pretty big level.
Another hole to fall in. Not sure I'm seeing this a lot in other shooters, but this game really likes its holes in the floor.
I mean, depending on its release date adjacent to Doom, it might have been trying to differentiate itself. Like, look at us, we can have rooms on top of other rooms. Doom can't do that. Quartz thinks that's a door. It's not. It's just a piece of detail. Meanwhile, enemies biting and shooting the whole time.
Omeganumber on 3% health. Oh, 1 shot and he dies. Might be coming up on that continue limit. Apparently there's a menu there. It said continue from mid-mission 1. So this might be the last time he can use that checkpoint.
That would end the race if Omeganumber ends up back at the start of this level. It's tough. I already feel like it's tough just to like move and aim and dodge. Having to try to hit this other button to fire the drain on all of the enemies before you shoot them. And then trying to complete the combat fast enough to actually pick the stuff up, which Quartz was not able to do. It's tough. It's tough to make use of this drain ability.
Yeah, the other players have remarked that the controls are pretty clunky, so definitely not easy to strafe and still hit. Omeganumber back to the club, back to the melee weapon. Draining a lot of health here. At least back up to 75. Yeah, Omeganumber doesn't seem to use the drain. Well, he did use it once, but basically only in an emergency. It's always low on psi power, not enough to heal.
Yeah. I did notice that the last corner Omeganumber pre-turned and then strafed around the corner so that he is pointing at whatever is there. Like this. Here's this outdoor section. It's possible to run past most of this stuff. Quartz is going to fight it, but it's going to recuperate a bunch of psi in the process.
So running through now. The first part was a very narrow corridor. I'm not sure he could have made it through all those enemies, but it's pretty wide open.
It's kind of backed into a corner. It's going to turn and fight the chasing enemies. Your map might let you down here. It might be too zoomed in to sort of give you the full picture. So having a sort of mental picture of roughly what the area looks like is going to be very helpful here. Look at all the psi.
Yeah, the draw
57.
distance also doesn't really give you any favors.
Yes. There's also a sort of pitfall you can fall into here. Not literally. In a figurative sense. There's a little crack in the wall, and you can slip in, and there's this long, winding path back and forth, and it's just a secret area with health and ammo and stuff. I think it's kind of on the right.
It's the corner where Quartz was in just earlier.
Yeah.
Retreading old ground.
Marsh managed to navigate the goal without the map. Nicely done. Okay, here it is. For Quartz. Yeah.
So that's the bonus path here.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave through that other crack in the wall, but Quartz ran right past it, and now we're going down the unnecessary secret part of the level. Not too bad. It's not as bad as I remember. And you do get these high frequency cells, which is ammo for your best gun.
Has hit the dead end already, so it doesn't cost a lot of time, I think.
But if you are thinking this is progression and then suddenly it's not, it can be kind of a brain blasting moment. Let's see, the crack is going to be on the right as we come out here. Right there. Ah, okay, good. Omeganumber ran out of ammo. I had to switch weapons right in front of a guy. Not where you want to be, but jumping across, 81% health at this very late point of the level. This attempt is looking good. Quartz charging past these enemies. The end of the level is pretty close. It's in here. But this guy does so much damage.
Yeah, there's like a new enemy there, and 10% health. That's scary. 70? That's
okay,
a big recharge.
Spamming the psi heal, but then also getting shot a lot. So it ends up back at around 58 after it's all said and done. Oh, those were bombs. You get a new weapon that you get to use for like all of 30 seconds before the race is over.
So down to 4%. I hope he's gonna find something soon.
Is not. There. Where is the checkpoint? If it's at that cracked wall, you can get back to that spot where Quartz died very quickly. This is the start of the outdoor section.
I think the menu also calls it the midpoint checkpoint or something, so maybe that's just one per stage.
Okay. Omeganumber with not a lot of ammo and a lot of enemies in the room. Drops down, finds the teleporter up to the high ground, which is, relatively safe. There's this one guy who is shooting us point blank over and over. But at least it's just one guy and not 7. But this has not gone well.
Yeah, but also, the club wasn't doing much for that guy. He kept hitting him.
I think that says 0% health? Oh, 8% health, okay.
Quartz, on the other hand, on 116% health, so well prepared for the next charge on the door.
Yeah, turned left at the start of the checkpoint and picked up something that overhealed him 25%. That room is right here. It is still guarded by this guy. Quartz hits him with the drain and then takes off. Is playing this like a fighter jet. Makes a strafing run at an enemy and then flies away to safety and does a loop and comes back. Unfortunately, he's crashed and burned.
Finally ran out of his retries. The only option in the menu was restart mission.
Oh god. That's it.
Yeah, Quartz was already quite a bit ahead there, but now that's a huge loss for Omeganumber. Has to redo the longest mission probably here.
Definitely. And Quartz is, even if Quartz dies again, is going to have to do the opening part of the 5th level, but is still going to be ahead by this huge chunk. It's not a great start to the level either. Omeganumber is rushing to try to make up time.
This is a very lengthy goal for a race as well. We're approaching the hour mark. But I guess Quartz is gonna be done soon. I think Quartz is just running in circles until the guy at the door moves away. Didn't really seem like he's attacking him, and then the door is just free. Lots of dead ends in this laboratory area.
Is Quartz done? I remember this lab being extremely short.
The station will have disintegrated in Jupiter's core.
All the Pastebin has to say is that in this mission there are switches that open doors. Doesn't really explain much.
Okay, I think I see the end of the level as that star-shaped thing.
Yeah, in the middle
right.
path.
So I think you're gonna hit a switch and like a bunch of doors are gonna open. So this was a symmetric room. There were doors on either side, and they opened, and one of them had an enemy. And you got to assume the other one also has an enemy. It was shooting Quartz in the back the whole time. Here's all the other doors that have opened upstairs. It's the final encounter between Quartz and the end of this race.
That's a lot of enemies out there, and he's a little bit low on health. Also no healing. Side pass.
Oh, it's gonna run past them. The exit's open. Missed it. Is diving into a cubby, charging at the enemies, running past the exit again. Is now leaving the area entirely with 4 health. And those enemies are hit scan. You can't dodge their shot once they fire. Just sniping them with the drain.
That's some side power. That's enough for a heal.
Okay. Yes, goes for it. This just got a lot more doable. Okay, there goes a third of the remaining health. One guy left. Is this it? Is there a straggler hiding?
No, there's the exit, and I think that's it. Yeah, there's our dot done from Quartz.
59:11, the official SRL time. Quartz is moving on in Mystery Tournament 19.
And a quick forfeit from Omeganumber. Probably realized that he was extremely far behind. Would have taken a while.
Yeah, in a lot of ways was really close.
Yeah, now we get an FMV cutscene finally.
Oh yeah, these are back. We've had to skip all of these throughout the race, and they're fairly enjoyable, sadly. But Omeganumber had a number of attempts at that 4th stage that could have got there, and just didn't quite.
Get some audio from the cutscene here.
Team of passionate traders ready to help you tackle things alien in origin. Plus, get 24/7.
Guess that makes it worth a few bucks.
We
Get you up there to bring it back. You'll only be arriving with your psionics.
No, that's all we get. We're joined by our racers now. Hello.
Hi.
That was it was just sort of like a tough game to control. Both of you felt like just very uncomfortable turning, moving.
Yeah, this thing moved like a. I mean, I'm used to like just regular computer first-person shooters with a mouse, and this was like controlling a tank. And like the second level, especially, just the nightmare of trying to even get one of those ramps. I ended up switching to keyboard, which made it a little better, but it was painful. And then also the end of 2, not having any idea what to do at. Like, because the Paceman said something about going to this building, and then I'm like, okay, I'm standing here, and there's, that was,
I had the same problem where it's not exactly the most intuitive thing to go into the building, but then, I guess, go to the bottom of it, where you already were. I guess, I don't know, probably confused both of us.
Yeah, thank you for beating the game, by the way. I was looking forward to another half hour of level 4, I think, probably, because, the checkpoints are really far away, and then I
mean, you say that, but I was really hoping that at any point in time, I would see a dot done from you. It's like the one race where I've ever hoped that.
I level 5, I don't know what it is, but it's just the room with the big room with like all the enemies. That's when you run out of ammo, and like I couldn't figure out the right strategy there. That was really not even a controls thing. I think whatever the game was directing me to do, I wasn't doing it, and it didn't really seem possible to shoot everything based on, I don't know. Yeah, and then when I try to run past things, it just does too much damage. So I really had to slow down and actually start just shooting everything, because there was too much. There wasn't like enough. Like, I'm used to Doom being able to dodge stuff, but this was like, I can't get through it.
I didn't
by any chance, were you spam draining like I was?
I was not. I was trying to save the thing for the healing, and it wasn't quite. I don't know. It wasn't really helping me. And then every once in a while, I tried to do a drain, and it was like, no. I just focused on the guns. Probably a little more drain might have worked, but it wasn't like there was that many. Oh, I guess when I max out, I could use it, but...
Well, as far as I can tell, since Drain costs 1 and gives back like 3 or 4, you just straight up spam Drain on every single enemy that you can, because it's not like there's a spellcasting animation. So then you just do that whenever you can and then heal based off it. Like, that's the only way that I was able to get through level 4, because level 4 is hard.
I was not understanding that at all, what was going on with the Drain. It didn't make sense to me when I was doing it, so I probably just read the pace bin wrong. That's probably it on that.
Yeah, they drop little projectiles afterwards, and if you pick those up, they refund the cost of the drain and more. But you do have to sort of get close to the enemy, right? Because it's going to drop where they are. So
and then it expires after a certain point in time. So you have to beat
all of your side dissipate like a number of times, Quartz, in some of those big swarms of enemies.
Yeah, I figured I had to be misunderstanding mechanic, because it's like, this is just it didn't seem like there was enough ammo, and the drain didn't seem like it was doing anything when I tried it, but I guess I missed the refill thing, which I can see why that would help.
Yep, I mean, Drain in the basement says weak damage if you collect the left behind orbs, you recover psi points. What wasn't getting clear is that this is like the only way to play the game is just spam Drain every 5 seconds.
Oh my, yeah. No, I was shooting everything. I mean, I almost got through 4 probably. How close was I?
You were very close. A number of attempts could have been the one to get through.
Yeah, no, once I did that, I was like, it was ready to like just... I didn't want to have the 90-minute grind-a-thon, but I thought it was possible given how the you can get restarted on one of these levels, so it's...
Yep, I mean, the 3 death thing just sounds rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in level 5, to get there, there's like this one section where there's just a bunch of enemies with homing bows this time. And there's a really, really tanky enemy blocking a door. So you kind of have to ring around the... I died, I think, 2 times just to that enemy alone.
Yeah, I appreciated your jousting maneuver, or like fighter jet maneuver of like taking a run at that guy and doing some damage, and then just running past him and then doing another loop to come back around.
Only to get caught between him and the wall and tank all the bullets.
Yeah, there was a crash and burn. It was a tough game, and long too. The tester times were like 40, 45 minutes. I forget what the racers did when we first raced.
They
this
got
game.
about that. It looked like. I think
Yeah.
somebody got 35.
Yeah, so it's long, and it's tough, especially if you're only used to like mouse and keyboard. I have a lot of Doom experience, and it just didn't translate at all when I tested this, just because it's not the same. You turn very slowly and awkwardly, and I don't know, maybe the frame rate's a little bit lower or something.
But I just checked in. The fastest person who raced it this time completed in 33 minutes, and it took me almost an hour, meaning that I completed it half as fast as they did.
Yeah, they did well in that race.
I mean, the thing to keep in mind is not everybody's racing around may be blind. You don't know that either. So I at least at the moment when somebody says a dot done, I was like, if I actually knew the map, this could go faster. But yeah, just getting lost. I especially love where there was a bunch of crates at the beginning of 3, and I literally was like, I have no idea where to go. I pull up the map with a button and I don't see a path through. I don't know if you're commenting that or if you spotted what I was doing, but I was just literally unable to make progress on that spot because I couldn't see a route. It was weird. It was just an elevator, but it was like...
Yeah, I mean, I had some motions where it's not exactly clear what's an elevator and what's not, because they don't all behave differently. Or they don't all behave the same. Like, some of them you have to drop through, some of them you stand on it and it immediately pulls you up. Some of them can go backwards, some of them can't.
Yeah, I agree. They just weren't signposted very well, and yeah, I
mean, were you using
yeah,
the map by any chance? Because I think it was
Yeah, I
like
did pop that up.
the middle of level 4 where I realized that the map just highlights them as yellow, so yellow is like kind of the quote-unquote goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was weird too, because I know that if I stopped to look at the map that I would slow down, and then I felt like I was way behind, so I felt like I couldn't look at the map, and then there's kind of a level of how much am I allowed to look at this and still kind of keep pace, or should I just go for it? Whatever, what I did was wrong. I mean, but I guess the main thing was wrong was I wasn't using the right psi ability, so...
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been because I think you unlock heal in level 4, so then, the only thing that I did for level 4 and 5 was just spam drain and heal, so had you figured that out, it probably would have been a much closer race overall.
Yeah, no,
It's
running
not
out
like
of
the game
ammo
tells you
on-
anywhere either that's supposed to be the main strat, or at the very least it feels like it's intended. Who knows, maybe someone who's better at dodging the bullets using the strafe mechanic can, use drain and shock instead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how was your mystery tournament experience overall, Omeganumber?
I mean, I had fun. I guess relative speaking with this game was, out of all the mystery games I played, this was the least fun. So I regret to say that, whoever sent it, but yeah, I might say something like, I'm gonna go practice some PS1 first-person shooters now, so I'm ready. I am not going to go practice some first-person shooters on I'm just going to play with a mouse. Yeah, but no, it's been a good experience, and it's just about seeing all the cool things. Honestly, for me, just because there's always some new game design angle that's happening, and that's really what I want to see. And I am getting my collection now, so I've got a 0-2, a 1-2, and a 2-2. So I got to work my way up now. I can get a 3-2 next.
Nice. We look forward to it. Thank you so much for joining. Quartz, congratulations on the win, and thank you so much to both of you for coming out and racing and talking to us.
Thanks for having us.